everyone, my name is Terry and I'm going to let you know about my program for Adam. It's about following instructions. So the objective of the program is to teach Adam to use a first then board when he's moving from something he doesn't like to something he likes. So in other words, from homework to using his iPad. As well, we noticed that the child uses the couch to jump on, so we've decided to try and give him a yoga ball to jump on instead. This is Adam. He's 8 years old. He has been in ABA services before. He did some PRT, however it was unsuccessful, and that's likely because parents weren't really ready and the engagement didn't really happen. He has an older sister and a younger brother. He's very active. He loves to smile and laugh, especially with his dad. Adam does have a number of things in the triad of impairments of autism. He partakes in repetitive behaviors, hand flapping, moving around the room, and of course jumping on the couch. He lacks social cues and interaction. He does need some prompting to do so, but generally lacks them. He has excellent verbal skills and reading skills, again, when prompted to use them, but prompting is definitely lessened as the program went on. So in order to determine the function of the behavior before we decided on the program, we did a QABF, which is questions about behavioral function, and it's a parental questionnaire, and the result of that was that he was jumping on the couch for sensory purposes, and he was trying to escape any non-preferred tasks, which is why the other behaviors occurred. We also did the functional analysis screening tool, and that also came up with the same results. So whether it was sensory, escape, attention, or tangible, it was sensory and escape for Adam. Some of Adam's skills that he already had in order to complete the program was his fine motor skills. In order to use the PECs, he needs to be able to have fine motor skills, the visual support symbols. His cognitive recognition, so he'd be able to look at the visuals and understand what they mean. And his receptive language skills, because we were trying to build those at the time as well in order for him to use them. He has tons, he just doesn't use them very often. And visual support and relationships. We also did a preference assessment on Adam, and these are some of his favorite things. iPad and television are pretty much tied at number 1. Usually iPad takes preference, but at times the television can, depending on which is deprived. Nintendo DS sometimes, stickers, and orange juice. Those are pretty much his only motivators at this time. So the reason why this program was continued, because it is socially valid. Most parents use first and then in many situations. In other words, first do your homework, then you can watch a movie. So many parents do that on a daily basis. This is only incorporating a visual to make sure that Adam is attending to what's happening and following one, and then he gets the other, so he understands. There's other supporting environments that are complementing this program in order to get generalization. His home, it's going to be mom, dad, and as well as his older sister who are going to implement the program with him. At school, it's going to be his teacher and his educational assistant. And then at church, again, it'll be his mom or his sister in his youth group. Some of the constraints we were worried about was parental engagement. Like I said, when the PRT in ABA services was done before, the parental engagement wasn't there. Language barrier, English is the family's second language. Scheduling, dad tends to work afternoons, leaving mom home with the 3 children. And there's minimal natural support, so unfortunately the rest of their family lives far away, so aunts, grandmas, all those are not available to help. So this is the actual program. So some proactive strategies that we use within the program is to prime the child before high-risk situations, so giving Adam some kind of a warning. So in 5 minutes we're going to do homework, or there's 1 minute left of iPad, so he understands when he has to finish and what's coming next. The visuals are an additional aid, so Adam can actually attend to the picture, and visuals, so he can actually attend to the picture and then understand what's happening first and then what's happening next. Rewarding all other appropriate behaviors, so giving him that praise when he's sitting on the couch appropriately. Great job sitting on the couch calmly. I love how you're watching just TV. Those are comments you want to give to Adam all the time, so he's understanding that those are good behaviors and things that parents want to see, and he's getting attention for it. So pairing the social praise as well with non-preferred activities. So great job doing that homework question and doing that very frequently while he's doing a non-preferred activity. So I really love how you're sitting at the table. Great job sitting at the table, etc. And as well, practice, because the more often that Adam gets into this routine, it will become exactly that routine. So these are the reactive strategies. So follow through is very important with this program. So if Adam is asked to do homework, he's going to be doing homework until before he gets what his preferred activity is. So he must finish one question. So whether it's hand over hand prompting with him to do the actual homework question, and then he will get the iPad. These increments can be small and then grown bigger as he goes along. Redirection, for example, if he's jumping on the couch, we can get him to jump on the yoga ball instead, because then that will still fulfill his sensory need, but not destroy the furniture. And ignore the behavior, not the child. So, for example, if Adam was doing some self-injurious behaviors, we can say hands down, but we're not going to continually add other language in there, like, why are you biting? Don't do that to yourself, because that's all additional attention. So that's going to be adding to the different function of his behavior, and his behavior could change based on that. So we want to avoid doing that. So the results of our visits with Adam, our first visit was baseline. So these 2 points are really his baseline, because unfortunately we had to start implementing a strategy at this point, but this was the first visit. And a baseline generally needs at least 3 data points. So that's why that went down. This is essentially implementation, but these are where he was at. So as you can see with implementation, it went down dramatically with the visits. So the second visit, we talked with Mom about whether it's being feasible, and she agreed it was. He easily transitioned between preferred activities, so going from television to iPad was very simple for him. However, there was still a strong resistance to non-preferred activities, so sitting at the table was not something he wanted to do. He did it because we followed through. However, some behavior did increase. On the third visit, Adam was using language the moment we walked into the door. He moved from non-preferred activities with ease, actually, which was really surprising. We thought he was going to give a behavior, as he did question it, but he went straight to the table and did it, and everything was under ours or parental control. As well, he also did multiple less preferred before he got a preferred activity. So in other words, he did tracing and he read a book, and then he got the iPad, which is great because we want to work on eventually giving him a schedule. And that's what we're going to talk about for post-placement. So this is the schedule we're now working on with Adam. So post-placement, the behavior interventionist will be implementing this. So similar to the first Zen board, you get something and then eventually get what you want. So at the end, after he's completed multiple things, he will get his iPad. Now to start out, he's only going to have to do 2 of these things, and then he'll get iPad, and then slowly those will increase. Mom will write it in because obviously he has the language skills, and then it'll be checked off. And this is in hopes that he will become independent after school, put away coat, check, go get a snack, check, start homework, check, then he gets his iPad. And that will increase the entire family's independence. So this is what the program looks like, and that's where it's going forward. Thank you so much. Have a great day.